So you want to be a player, but your wheels ain't flying. You gotta hit us up to get a pimped out ride.
You've got to pimp my ride.
Hello, all my stars, mates, and ladies out there. How's it going? It's Brad Whelan, also known as Jimmy J57, and welcome to the Galaxy Nightclub, the best nightclub this side of Los Santos. So we're starting off here today, checking out the dance floor, but we got some cool stuff to show you because we're going to be pimping out some cars today. We got lots of new vehicles yesterday, and if you missed my live stream and missed me customizing them, we are going to be doing formal Pimp My Ride videos for all the vehicles, so don't you worry about that. Today we're going to be customizing the Jester Classic. Now I know I customized it in a video a little while ago while it was still an unreleased car, and I found it in the mod files on PC and did a customization on that. But Rockstar has turned it around. They've revamped the car. They've added a whole bunch of new spoilers, a whole bunch of new bumpers and that kind of stuff, as well as they fixed the front headlight. And they got all the liveries on the car now too, so we're actually going to be customizing even more stuff on this car. So we're going to be doing it all over again, and we are ready to go because I have a couple different paint jobs to show you. So if you missed the stream yesterday, we streamed for 8 hours, starting at 5:30 in the morning my time for that DLC releasing. So I'm going to be showing you these two awesome builds right here that I did yesterday in the stream, and then we got a nice fresh Dinka Jester Classic right there to do our own build today. So the first build here, of course, inspired by Fast and Furious, Paul Walker's Toyota Supra right here, is the sunrise orange with an orange pearlescent. Of course, that awesome livery on there. Not sure what, I think it's called a 10-minute car is the name of the livery, you know, kind of like 10-second car, like Fast and Furious. We got some nice chrome 5-star rims on there, as well as I put the classic super spoiler on there. The actual Fast and Furious car, they do use one of the GT wings, but I did just, man, once I saw that they added the classic super spoiler in, I was missing that on the old Dinka Jester Classic before they did the revamp, so I put that one on there, and I decided to go with the exposed intercooler in the front. So that one's pretty cool. Now we'll check out my second build right now just to give you guys some more ideas on cool builds for the car. So this one's an ultra blue with an ice white pearlescent, and this pretty badass livery right here. I don't know all the names of the liveries off by heart, but you guys can find this one pretty easy. It's kind of like a geometric kind of gradient from blue to green there. It looks pretty cool. Then we went with some white S-Racer rims and a secondary of white for those mirrors. I decided to try out the headlight covers on this one, and we have the exposed intercooler in the front with that turbocharger in there as well. And we got the canards and the splitter as well on the bottom there. So I think that one also looks pretty cool, and I decided to use a different wing on the back. As you can see here, this is the wing that they use on the Fast and Furious build, but I decided I should throw it on that build because I wanted at least one car with that classic sexy super spoiler there. So now we have this last car all in white that we need to deck out. We need to throw a paint job on this, so let's get it done, guys. What a beautiful morning in Los Santos it is to be customizing cars. Let's take this on into Los Santos Customs here and get started. Dinka Jester Classic. It is actually a sports car. Now, I believe when I customized it on PC before it was actually released into the game, it was a sports classic, which I was surprised about because it does have fairly good performance. It makes sense now that it is a sports car, of course. So let's get going through this. We got max out armor, brakes, bumpers on this thing. Lots more options than we had before. The center grille cut is still the ugliest out of all the options. Absolutely horrible. We got a nice low splitter there. Carbon splitter in the front looks pretty nice, as well as this low black splitter. The grill cut and a splitter, horrible choice. The drift bumper, I actually was eyeing yesterday as a pretty cool build for the car. Then you can do lower splitter with canards. We can do drifts with the splitter on the front, so that's exactly what I'm using on my my Supra, my Fast and Furious Supra build. We got the street build here with the exposed intercooler and that turbo in the front. We got the drift with the intercooler, which is probably one of the coolest, I think. And then the drift build also gets that carbon splitter on there. I think that one is probably the coolest out of all of them. And I might actually put that on this car again. You know what? I'm going to put it on there again. On the back, for me, there's one clear option, but I'll see if you guys think the same way. We got a carbon diffuser in the back. We got carbon rear diffuser. Sorry, custom diffuser and carbon rear diffuser. Then there's a carbon rear and the carbon rear with diffuser. So this one is the clear choice for me. Having that primary color accent on the splitter itself, on the diffuser in the back, my bad, is probably the best thing. I do love my colored accents on the car, and with that carbon diffuser in the back with that primary color on there, has got to be the best choice. Now, on the interior, you know we can get a roll cage. You know we can get those race seats. Race seats with primary cage looks good to me. Engine, we're going to max that out. in the back. Now, the stock exhausts on this thing are actually already pretty bumping. Like, those are pretty nice. You can get the one single chrome exhaust off the side there. For me, symmetry is key. We're gonna go twin chrome exhaust, dual chrome exhaust, or the twin chrome are the three best options for me. You know what? I do like the chrome on this car. I do normally like titanium exhausts, but I do really like the chrome on this vehicle. So you know what? I'm going to check out those chrome ones. Headlights, we can go with the hood curve eyelids, the half cuts, the headlight covers, the secondary covers, or the carbon covers. Now I think, you know what? I never tried out the half cuts yet. So why don't we try out the half cuts for a build? You saw in my garage I had one with no covers on and one with the full covers on. So why don't we try one with the half cuts? As for the sides, the fenders, we have these little rear spats. You can see there a little bit of an add-on to the back, and then there's also these bolt-ons. They don't really make it a wide body necessarily. They don't really make it any wider. They just make that rear quarter panel have a bolt-on look to it, which, you know what, actually looks pretty badass. Why don't we try that out? We'll try that out. We'll put the bolt-on on there. Hoods, we can go stock hood, secondary hood, custom hood. You can see how the custom hood has a little bit of contouring there, not too much. We got the scooped hood, the vented hood, the performance hood, and then carbon versions of all the same things. Now, on the other two cars, I went with the scooped hood, but this time I'm thinking I'm going to try the vented hood out. You know what? We're going to have a couple different builds going in the garage, and I think that's going to look cool. Now, this car, Xenon lights and neon are essential. I don't know what color I want to do yet, so I'll come back to that, but definitely checking those out. We'll come back to livery in a sec once we're done the roof. So roof scoops, we got secondary, primary, and carbon roof scoops. I don't know how I feel about roof scoops on this car. I don't think I like them too much, so I'm going to go no roof scoops there. Skirts, we can go primary lip, or we can go with the carbon lip, or by stock it has kind of a small either black or carbon lip already. I'll go with the bigger one to match the front splitter, and of course the diffuser in the back are all carbon accented features. On the spoiler of this car, we have the normal one, which is just a little ducktail, which is pretty nice. We got the boot lip, we got the tuner wing, the mid-level, the high level, which is the classic super spoiler, my absolute favorite. We got the carbon wing type 1, type 2. We got the wide wing, again, with carbon wing type 3. And then the big GT wing and the big GT wing type 2. So they get even bigger. I think I want to do another build with the classic super spoiler, though. That's just like, it's a fan favorite right there. We're going to drop this suspension, transmission, and turbo tuning are all done. Now we get to go back to respray. Let's see what kind of liveries we got on this car. I might actually have to make the car black because I don't think you can see that first livery too well. I think it's just a basic one though. So shopping list, nice Fukaru in the front, some decals down the side, and nothing on the back. Just a nice easy one. And look how cool the bolt-on looks with the matte black on there. Now that you can see the bolts even better. Looks pretty cool. We got the black 90s graphics, which again, you can't even see, but I'm guessing it looks the exact same as the white 90s graphic, just reversed. So that's pretty cool. Actually, just even on the matte black car with that, would look actually pretty badass. Now we got smoking tires there, Jester 2000. We got the Fukaru Drift. We got this Slapdash. We got the Torn Camo. So that's the one I used on my other car, which actually looks badass in matte black as well. We got the Atomic Drift. Again, looking badass with matte black. Does matte black just go with everything? I think so. The Zero Racing looks pretty cool. There's your 10-minute car, and that is all of them. Now, I'm thinking I want to do a build with the Fukaru. So my other two builds are orange and blue, and I think this livery right here, being a very white predominant livery, I do want to make a red build for this car. And I think that would actually be really cool. So a Torino red, looking at that right now, actually looks phenomenal. I didn't even realize that one side is a mirror of the other, so this one actually is backwards. But you know what, it still looks badass to me. So the Torino red definitely looks fabulous. I'm going to try doing something maybe with a Grace red or a Sunset red. I want to try like some sort of different color, a Cabernet red. Let's see what we can do with a Cabernet red, guys. Alright, so by default, you know, a Torino red pearlescent on here would actually look great. We could do something like a hot pink as well. Be a very pinky build for the car. A salmon pink actually looks really cool. Kind of looks similar to what a cream would do to the car. An orange, all very warm colors would look really cool on there. Yellow, of course, race yellow. That one actually doesn't look too good. Usually race yellow is a phenomenal color for cars like this. What would a diamond blue look like? So this would be a diamond blue. Very sharp, very clean pearlescent for the car there. You know what? I'm actually thinking maybe a sunset red or a Grace red would be a cooler color for the car. Let's try a Grace red here. So by default, it has a Torino Red Pearlescent. We can also do, like I said, a Hot Pink, a Salmon Pink, a Fister Pink would all be really cool. The Sunrise Oranges, you can almost make like a Lava Red build for the car, which actually that looks really cool right there. What about the yellows? We got a Race Yellow. Yeah, even brighter. A Dew Yellow actually is kind of interesting. And again, I do want to check out the Diamond Blue, because that is a kind of cool substitute for using Ice White on your cars. It makes it look a little bit sharper, a little bit different than an Ice White would. And I think that actually does look pretty cool. You know what? I don't know. I want to do a warm build, though. You know what? It might be an orange kind of day on here. I'm going to go with a Sunrise Orange, more of the subtle build on there. Now, secondary color, I believe, is the mirrors, which I don't know. Do I want to make them white to match the livery? I don't know how that looks. It doesn't quite look right. You know what? They're going to be black mirrors. They're going to be matte black mirrors there. The trim color on the inside, we'll go with a red again. We'll match it with the Grace Red again on there. Now the roof I already did. Now we're just got to do tires, and we are all done. So let's check out what tires we got. Go into sports tires. I don't know if I want chrome rims on this car or blacked out rims. I'm thinking some blacked out ones would be pretty cool. What about these 59s? Those are not too bad. Black those out and keep looking. Those do look pretty cool. We'll go down. Some Mercy rims look pretty badass. What else do we got? The Endos actually look fairly nice on this car. Fairly similar to the stock rims that were on there. The GT1s, I don't know if those fit this car as well. The Duper 7s, fairly nice as well. The S Racers are what I have on my other car, and they are one of my favorite rims. I might actually have to go with the S Racers. So that's them in black. Now, what if I did them in white? Oh, you know what? They actually look way better in white. Matching that livery on there, especially around the back tire, is all white around it. I think the white tires actually look cooler. Tire design, I will go with custom tires on this build, bulletproof tires, and our tire smoke today is just going to be a nice simple black. The windows, I don't want to tint because we have those cool racing seats inside and the roll cage. So we're going to take us outside, all nice and sunny. Here's our red build to add to the garage. We changed up a couple things. The spoiler and the intercooler are like staple items for this car because they're so cool. In the back, that diffuser is actually the secondary color, so it's black today, but I could have made it white actually with the white rims and stuff. And then we do have those kind of half lid lights there, and we use the Fukaru livery there. And so this is actually our Grace Red and Orange build right here. What do you guys think of that? That's a pretty damn nice color, and I think it goes with this livery very nicely. So that concludes this episode of GTA 5 Pimp My Ride. There'll be plenty more coming on the other new cars like the Ocelot Swinger, the Mammoth Patriot Stretch, and all those goodies that we're going to be getting that are unreleased currently. And I'll be doing a video once my GTA 5 mods update, and I'll be able to spawn in all those new vehicles and do Pimp My Rides on them before they are released. So I hope you guys are excited for those, stuff like the Oppressor 2, the Mark II, and there's a bunch of other stuff. The Scramjet, I can't even think of them all. There's a ton of new names. I'm not familiar with all of them yet. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of GTA 5 Pimp My Ride. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below if you have not already. And as always, sirs, have a good day.